Hey, what's up guys, it's Arun from FB TV, and this is the iPhone 5. This phone was released back in 2012 and it's just over 5 years old. Today I'm going to be reviewing it in 2017. Let's see if this guy can handle most modern day stuff. So I've been using this phone as my daily driver for the last week and I have to say it's not that bad. I was expecting it to be running a lot slower than a modern day smartphone does, but I was really amazed that it can run iOS 10 at a really quick speed. The screen I have on this phone right now isn't actually an original Apple screen. I picked up the screen off eBay because the screen was kind of totally broken and I replaced it with this screen. And yes, I did break this screen as well. I'm sorry. Now, when this phone was originally launched, it came in 16, 32 and 64GB options. The baseline 16GB option was around $700, but today you can pick up one of these guys for just over $135, and that's refurbished. Taking a look at the design on this phone, at the bottom of the phone, we have two speaker grills, a lightning port, and a headphone jack. iPhone 7. On the left hand side of this phone, we have two volume buttons and a mute switch rocker. On the top of the phone, we have a power button, and on the right hand side of the phone, we have a SIM eject tray. Something interesting about this phone is that this phone is actually using a nano SIM. So it's the same kind of SIM card that any modern day smartphone would be using. It's the same as in this phone. At the back of the phone, you can see the 8 megapixel camera as well as a flash and a microphone. At the front of the phone, you can see the front-facing camera, the earpiece, and a light-dependent resistor. The screen on this phone is a 4-inch Retina display with a pixel density of 326 pixels per inch. Now, this is an LCD panel, so it's not going to look as good as an OLED screen like on a Samsung or the iPhone 10, but it is still a decent screen, kind of like the iPhone 6 and 7, basically the same resolution as those phones. Powering this little guy is an A6 processor, 4G and Bluetooth 4.0, and I was quite impressed at the speed and performance this phone was yielding, considering it's an A6 processor from back in 2012. That's kind of nuts. In Geekbench 3, the iPhone 5 scored 701 in the single core score and 1267 in the multi-core score. I downloaded 3 modern day games onto this phone just to see how the A6 processor will handle them. The first game I downloaded was Bullet Force, the second was Mario Run, and the third game was Asphalt Extreme. So starting off with Bullet Force, this game was running at maximum settings and it was buttery smooth. I was really amazed that this phone could yield such good performance in such a modern day game. Moving on to Asphalt Extreme, the game was running really well. One thing I did notice though is that the graphics have taken a bit of a hit. And that's because this phone is an A6 processor, so it's not going to be able to have metal graphics like some of the newer phones do. In Mario Run, the phone handled it completely fine. This is about as good an experience as you'll get, because the phone is nice and small, you can use that one-handed gameplay really easily. Taking a look at the camera on this phone, the back-facing camera is an 8 megapixel camera capable of shooting 1080p video at 30 frames per second. The front-facing camera is a 1.2 megapixel camera capable of shooting 720p video. I'm going to give you some examples of what both of these cameras look like right now, so enjoy. So finally, should you buy this phone in 2017? I was really skeptical going into this review, guys. I was expecting this phone to be really outdated and feel like it's a completely old, obsolete phone. But I was really surprised, guys. The only thing that you'll find that you'll kind of hate on this phone is the cameras. Both of them feel really outdated, but as far as performance and stability and battery life goes, this is a really nice phone, and especially for $135, I have to recommend it, guys. It's just a really good steal. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I'll catch you all in the next one.